the room that is officially going to be our new nursery. When we first moved into this house, this room was already painted pink and we just never got around to changing it. So it always has been known as the pink room. Now, the carpet in here is frankly horrendous, but I do plan to give it a thorough vacuum and a deep shampooing. However, there are a few stubborn stains that you'll see that simply won't budge, and it's just something we'll have to live with until the day comes that we get all new flooring, and trust me, it will not be carpet. Moving over to the closet, it's a simple standard closet with metal shelving. I don't plan on renovating her closet space until she's a little older, so this setup will absolutely work for now. But we do have one major eyesore right here, this hole in the rug. We used to keep Milo in here when we were out, and he got so upset one day that he actually chewed his way through the carpet trying to escape. So this is definitely something I'm going to attempt to put a temporary fix to until we get that beautiful hardwood flooring I'm so desperately wanting. But yeah, you'll see how I try to fix this later on in the video. Before we get started on the transformation, I want to show you guys my vision for this space. So we're trading the pink room for a space that feels inviting, serene, and deeply cozy. My true goal for this design is just to establish warmth and longevity. So if you look at my color palette, I'm blending soft blush and creamy linen tones, a palette that instantly feels so warm, and it's babyish now, but this design can grow with her and transition with her for years. So as far as the furniture, I committed to keeping a classic white aesthetic. This kind of helped me avoid committing to any cartoon characters. And while our gender reveal was Winnie the Pooh themed, I wanted the room itself to feel timeless and classic rather than a themed character. As far as wallpaper, we're skipping a traditional wallpaper because y'all, I've seen these sweet subtle floral decals on Amazon, and it just adds a delicate touch and texture that is so important for building this cozy look I'm going for. So this entire design is going to be so lovely. I cannot wait till you guys see how warm it really feels in here. So keep watching as I make this a reality. Alright, so we're diving straight into the biggest headache in this room, which is this carpet disaster. To patch this hole, I absolutely needed a donor piece that would blend right in. So I headed over to Midwest Carpet and Flooring. I brought a little sample of our carpet along to try to find the closest thing they had. And honestly, the only piece I could get my hands on was this free scrap that was sort of grayish brown, and it's definitely not a perfect match. But with our little girl scheduled to come home from the NICU soon, we were on a massive time crunch, and that this was my only option. I just had to get this repair done, imperfections and all. Now, if you happen to be a carpenter or a flooring professional, I highly recommend you skip ahead because what you're about to witness is a certified DIY disaster. I have no idea what I'm doing and I don't have the proper tools, but I was absolutely determined to get this hole covered temporarily. So my scissors had to do for now. So I did make a sacrifice and I took a replacement piece from right inside her closet, thinking it was the perfect solution because the donor piece I grabbed from the store would not blend at all. So again, I'm using my scissors, struggling to get this piece cut out. It probably took me about 30 minutes to get this done. After finally wrestling that donor piece out, I realized I also needed to replace the underlying carpet pad. The original pad was actually chewed away by Milo at the doorway when he was desperately trying to get under the door to get out. So since that cushion is absolutely essential for foot traffic, I needed a new piece for support. So I just decided to borrow the pad from right underneath the donor piece, and I figured her closet really didn't need that because there won't be any real foot traffic in there. Okay, so here's the plot twist. The closet carpet wasn't nearly as worn as the main room carpet, and once the patch was in, it honestly looks so bad. It simply was not blended, and since this hole is right near the doorway, I couldn't even cover it up with a rug. So this whole process officially became a desperate lesson, and at least I was able to lay down some carpet tape just to secure it, because for now I just need it to be flat and safe, making this eyesore less dangerous until the day we get hardwood floors, which I'm so excited for. After realizing I had a major blending problem, I got a little desperate. I grabbed the comb and tried to use it to marry the donor piece with the existing carpet fibers, and I will say it actually helped just a tiny bit. Then I tried another little trick, steaming the patch with a damp towel and an iron to see if that would flatten it. And it wasn't seamless at all, but it did flatten it out just a little bit. But you know what? No matter what I tried, the comb, the iron, the prayer, it still was not it. So I had to officially surrender the fact that this patch is exactly what it is. It's just a patch that's stuck to the ground, done by a non-professional person, which is me. It is definitely me. After literally struggling with that patch for hours, it was time to surrender and move on. I had to give this carpet one more round of vacuuming before I did a deep shampoo. But just to close the loop on those donor pieces, off camera I did manage to use the grayish brown scrap I got from the store to patch up the hole inside the closet. I'm so glad I put this piece in the closet because it looks even worse than the other one. Alright guys, so it is time to pick our paint colors. So I got all of these from Lowe's, and I'm trying to decide what color I want to go with my decal, and also what color would just look good in here. So it's already pink, as you can see, but I wanted to go with something a little more warm, a little neutral, like pink, but not too pink like this. I think this is very pink. So the color that I am like really drawn to is this color. It's called Adobe Glow. So I really do like this color. So ideally I want this wall to be the darkest wall, and this is where her crib is gonna go. And then on this wall is gonna be the decal, and then everywhere else is gonna have the same color that's behind the decal. So just one accent wall, and the rest of the walls are gonna be the same color. Okay, the Adobe Glow, now that I'm looking at it, it's a little dark, but I do kind of like it still, so we'll see. I did have this for like a light color, but I don't know, I kind of like that one too. And then we have Strawberry Malt. I kind of like this one. I like this one for the light wall. These 5 colors are almost in the same hue. I don't dislike it. So here's our decal. So I want to make sure it shows up right on what we got going. Okay, so this is one of my decisions, which is Adobe Glow. And then we have this one. So let's put our decal on top of our Strawberry Malt. Okay, it's done on there perfect. Choosing the perfect paint color was really a tough challenge, and to get a real sense of my options, I've taped all of my top contenders directly onto the wall just to see their true colors. With the overpowering pink in its room and the warm overhead light above, my decision was almost impossible, but I was able to narrow down all my favorites, and you can immediately see the massive difference when I put the swatches under a bright light. So my 2 paint colors were Strawberry Malt and Arizona Dust. So I just want to take the time to express my gratitude to every single person who has subscribed to my channel. It truly means the world to me, and I take so much pride in my creativity, from designing our home to creating these videos for you guys, and all of your support is worthwhile. I especially love connecting with like-minded people who are also passionate about home design and DIY. So I look forward to you guys' comments. And with that said, we are officially cruising past the 1K mark, and we're on our way to the next big goal, which is 2,000 subscribers. Y'all, every like, view, subscription truly helps me to continue to grow my channel and to create content. It's even more amazing for me to look back at this footage of me and my husband working so hard on our daughter's room and not truly realizing that we're about to become full-time parents. So these projects are truly bigger than just paint and decor. It's my life, and I'm glad I'm able to share this part of my life with you guys. And if you're new here, I hope you like my content enough to subscribe. Alright guys, back to the video. Getting those old blinds down was pretty easy, but the hardware was a little high up, making it a little tricky to manage. So I figured this was the perfect time to pass the torch to my very own human ladder, my husband. And so while he handled that, I thought, you know what? This is the perfect time to do absolutely nothing and maybe goof around a little bit.
The traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation.
After my well-needed break, it was time to get back to business. We washed all of the walls down and removed all the light switch and outlet covers to get the room truly prepped for paint. Now, before I decided to tackle this job myself, I actually contacted a few painters, but nobody was available within the tight window I needed this job done. So I had no other choice but to take this on myself. And if you know me at all, you know I absolutely despise painting. I'll do small jobs, but this room was a lot to tackle. So I wish I could say this process was easy, but it was far from it. I was instantly tired, fatigued, and honestly, the more I painted, the more it really looked like I did this job with my eyes closed. And I knew right then I needed help, and I needed help bad.
I was a girl with dreams so wide, eyes full of wonder, heart open, untied. The world seems soft, a place to live.